Listen to me. You are watching Billy D.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Billy D, and we have another great video for you today. Just so you know, I am a huge fan of remakes. Yeah, I know there's a lot of bad remakes, but I really do like retellings. It's like when you get on Audible and you listen to Harry Potter. Do you get Jim Dale or Stephen Fry? I'm a Jim Dale guy myself. The point is, telling the same story in a different way really adds context. It gives it a little more substance. It's like a seasoning on a steak. So if you guys like remakes too, let me know what's your favorite in the comments below. And stick around, I got more lists coming your way and more movie reviews. If you like The Burning, you should check out The Burning review. Let's go ahead and get started. I originally had 22 films on this list. I dropped it all the way down to 15, so here's my top 15 horror remakes. Coming in at number 15 is the Evil Dead 2013 remake. Fede Alvarez came in with one of the goriest and probably the scariest in the franchise. Mia and her brother and a group of friends go to this cabin to help Mia kick her addiction issue. But when the Book of the Dead is read aloud, an ancient demon comes along and then basically comes in and takes over Mia and ruins her life. Now I know, Billy, why do you have this all the way at 15? One, it feels more like a requel than a reboot. I know there's some Ashisms in Mia, and you see some of that in David too. I think I appreciate this more in what it's trying to do rather than what it actually succeeds in doing. Coming in at number 14, The Invisible Man 2020. This is Leigh Whannell's probably the defining point in his career. It really shows that he knows how to do story and directing well. Not to mention he's getting some of his great creative style out in the open. You can tell that this is a passion project, and the way they build on character in this movie is fantastic. I really like the message and tone behind this, escaping toxic relationships, and sometimes they are inescapable. And you also want to protect the ones you love and befriend along the way. So what do you do? Honestly, I love the use of the Invisible Man and how far they're willing to go with the technology suit that they're using. The cafe scene alone, the diner, the restaurant, whatever you want to call it, the way that's executed is so beautiful. I love that scene. Coming in at number 13 is Matt Reeves' movie called Let Me In. Let Me In is about a boy who befriends a girl. We'll come to find out she's a vampire, and you see the weird dynamic play out, and honestly the very ending scene is great. What kills movies for me is terrible acting by child actors. Chloe Grace and Cody come in and they kill this movie. Number 12 is probably one of the best PG-13 movies ever made. It's a remake. It's The Ring. The Ring is phenomenal. Rachel's investigating this killer videotape and she watches it, her son watches it. Now she only has 7 days to beat Samara and to get everything back to normal. Can she do it? I gotta say, the girl that plays Samara kills it in it. Not to mention one of the best actresses, Naomi Watts, kills it in this movie. I know the sequel's kind of meh, but as far as the first one goes, especially being PG-13, it scares the living crap out of me. Coming in at number 11 is Night of the Living Dead, directed by one of the best practical effects artists, Tom Savini. Ben, played by Tony Todd in this movie, is phenomenal. Patricia, that plays Barbara in this movie, is awesome. You also got some like horror icons, like Bill Moseley is in this movie. If you guys don't know what it's about, basically 7 strangers seek refuge in a small house and they're being bombarded by these zombies. If you haven't seen the original, I do highly recommend the original. Honestly, everything up till now, the original is probably better, but I really enjoy the retelling of these. It's just the twist at the end of it, I think I prefer more than the original, which is something I would say is hard to do. When you add a little bit extra, sometimes it misses, but this time it truly does hit. Man, the early 2000s was the year of the zombies, if you ask me. Coming in at number 10 is Dawn of the Dead. It's probably one of the best zombie remakes of all time. You got big shoes to fill when you're remaking George A. Romero's work, but Zack Snyder and James Gunn does it well. I really like the Johnny Cash at the beginning. Not to mention the cast of people that you bring in are all phenomenal. The zombies are fantastic. You gotta love that mall setting. But the one thing I love most about it is the aggression of the zombies, man. This kicks. This is awesome. I remember loving watching this and Shaun of the Dead as I'm playing Left 4 Dead. That was the time of the zombies. I'm so upset that it got played out. In fact, I've been burnt out on the genre for a while. I'm hoping that 28 years later kicks me back into it. Now, from here onward, I would say these are movies that are better than the original. Hands down, and I know a lot of you are going to disagree, but I gotta say there's qualities that are added to this that truly make it a little bit better. Let me give roses to what kicked off the remake craze in 2003, coming in at number 9, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Honestly, basic plot: friends pick up hitchhiker does something stupid, they try to get local help, and then boom, the movie starts. Bubba is scary and all, but R. Lee Herming is probably the best thing about this movie. In fact, the best thing about the two, the beginning and this one, he brings it. He's scary. He's intimidating. I love it. This basically just takes the Texas Chainsaw formula, makes it grittier, but also kind of neat in a sense of like, this feels Hollywood made. I like that. Some people don't. There's only two things I can gripe about this. I don't really like Jessica Biel as our final girl, and I also don't like how Bubba loses an arm. Other than that, this is a solid outing for a Texas Chainsaw movie. Guys, I'm having fun with you. If you guys are having fun with me too, you guys should subscribe, like the video, and hey, there's still time to comment your favorite horror remake. If I have yet to say it, it might be on the list. Coming in at number 8 is Friday the 13th. Oh, Billy, you're the Friday the 13th fan. Why do you have this better than the original? Well, I'm not a big fan of Pamela. I feel like that plot twist was unearned just because you don't really know who she is. Oh, you get to see the Jeep though. Who cares if you get to see the Jeep? Honestly, prefer the fast forward parts in this movie. Seeing Jason get the mask quickly in this movie instead of seeing Sackhead the whole time is decent. Not saying that Sackhead's bad. Sackhead is awesome. But when you finally see him in the mask and he's actually using people as bait, he's setting traps, this Jason is probably one of the best Jasons you get to see. And it's significantly unfortunate that you don't get a sequel in this. Coming in at number 7 is It Chapter 1. I feel like It Chapter 1 nails it. It had me quite excited for It Chapter 2. It kind of dropped the ball there. But the way they did the kids in the 80s setting is fantastic. Not to mention Pennywise is probably at his scariest here. I love the other incarnations of Nightmare Fuel he comes in as. I really felt like this movie gave me so much hope that this is finally going to be one of the best Stephen King adaptations we'll ever get. In fact, this one movie alone is probably the best Stephen King adaptation, next to The Shining in my opinion. The main reason why it's not higher on the list is because part 2 kind of brings this movie down. Number 6 was a bit of a journey just because I got to watch almost all the Dracula movies, I got to watch all the Nosferatu movies, and I disliked most of them. I can appreciate the original. The remake in the 80s was awful in my opinion, but the 2024 Robert Eggers version is fantastic. If you redid this as Dracula and gave them the correct names, like Van Helsing for William Dafoe or Jonathan Harker, like, this could have been one of the best Dracula movies you would ever see. The only thing that brings it down, in my opinion, is Bill Skarsgård's appearance and portrayal as Count Orlok. His voice is spot on, is fantastic. I just can't get over the Dr. Disrespect mustache. And don't let me forget Lily Rose Depp. She kills it as the main protagonist in this movie. The ending is awesome. I feel like this is a movie everybody needs to see if you're a vampire fan. Coming in at number 5 is The Fly. David Cronenberg knows how to do body horror. I really like the other characteristics they add on Jeff Goldblum. The Fly transformation itself is fantastic, and giving him the qualities of a fly, it was just very well done. Very great to see. Number 4 is a film that everybody would argue that I'd have too low, but I think it's just right. John Carpenter's The Thing. Kurt Russell nails this movie. Keith David is one of the better co-stars in this movie, not to mention the mystery aspect is still held up to this day. People are still making videos on who it could be, at which time, and why. And the score in this movie is just fantastic. It gives that eeriness quality to it. Just check it out for the practical effects alone. They don't make movies like this in Hollywood today. I don't know why. It's just beautiful. Coming in at number 3 is an action movie to some. It's an Indiana Jones knockoff to others. But for me, it's a perfect mummy movie. If you have kids trying to get into scary movies, this is a perfect gateway horror movie. It has a lot of fun set pieces, a lot of great comedy bits to it. And even though the CGI is very early, I would say it still holds up to today's standards. I mean, have you seen any of the Marvel stuff lately? Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser's chemistry on screen is perfect. And then I also dig the adventure that they go on from beginning to end. This is probably one of my more rewatched movies on this list. Yeah, so let me go ahead and ask, do you guys consider The Mummy a horror movie? I mean, I'd say so. What reasons would it not be? Number 2, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Francis Ford Coppola's best outing, if you ask me. Gary Oldman gives one of the best performances as Dracula alone. Honestly, his performance is the main reason why this is way up top. A lot of people get mad because the Jonathan Harker Keanu Reeves isn't really where it needs to be. But Winona Ryder and Anthony Hopkins do well as Mina and Van Helsing respectively. I really like the style, the aspect, the shadow play. I would say Nosferatu in the 1970s, 1980s remake was style over substance. This blends style and substance perfectly. To the brave souls that stuck around for number 1, hopefully I did not disappoint you, because I know a lot of you are disappointed. You guys heard me say from here on up, I think these are better than the originals. Number one, if you ask me, Halloween, the Rob Zombie remake. I know, Billy, what the heck? I just dig this version. I love Loomis, I love Michael, and Laurie's okay. It's alright. I'm never a huge Laurie fan. Even the Jamie Lee Curtis one is okay, but I love the way they brought back Danielle Harris. I feel like this respected the franchise of Halloween. And then take it back to the 2018 requel of Halloween. I didn't like how they took away a lot of the aspects of the original franchise. This one I feel like is a good retelling, and I really dug the childhood aspect of Michael. Yeah, maybe Rob's dialogue isn't the greatest, but when it comes to Halloween traditions, this is the one that I watch every Halloween along with Freddy vs. Jason and Trick or Treat. So it has a nice big place in my heart, if you ask me. I know, go ahead, comment, Billy, your list is crap right here. And I'm gonna get better. I'll keep making lists, and honestly, this is just more of a template for me so I can go back in the future, remake these lists, and hopefully I get better each step of the way.
Thank you for watching, you little bastard.